I walked into my living room, made a few small changes like a $20 mirror and moving some furniture, and it suddenly felt brand new. Here's how you can do the same without spending too much. Today, I'm sharing with you 10 upgrades that cost less than your monthly coffee habit, but will make your home feel like you hired a professional designer. Hit that like and subscribe button right now, because at the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to transform your space without breaking the bank. So let's jump right into the good stuff and start with the beginning. Step 1, declutter and organize. Here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. Your beautiful furniture is getting upstaged by that pile of mail on your counter. Clutter is like having a really loud person at a dinner party. Even if everything else is perfect, that one element ruins the whole vibe. But nobody's perfect, right? And your home doesn't have to be either. What we want is to design around your everyday chaos. And it's simple. I'm talking about getting a sleek wooden tray for your entryway where keys, sunglasses, and random receipts can live instead of wandering around your house like lost tourists. Think about your charging cables snaking across your coffee table. I hate that. But a simple cord organizer box costs around $15, and suddenly your living room feels like it belongs in a magazine instead of a college dorm. See? Simple solutions. Another thing I often do is get these attractive baskets like this one. They work for almost everything. Throw blankets looking messy? Baskets. Kids' toys taking over family room? Baskets. Bigger baskets? Smaller baskets? A random collection of stuff that just somehow piles up on the dining room table? You guessed it, baskets. I'm not asking you to become some sort of minimalist monk, but to create visual breathing room so that your eyes can actually appreciate the good stuff in your space. Step number 2, add molding or wall paneling for instant architecture. Plain walls are technically fine, but missing that special something. Adding molding to your paneling is like giving your walls a tailored suit. The best part, you don't need to hire a contractor or take out a second mortgage. Simple picture frame molding, use basic lumber from the hardware, and you can transform a boring bedroom wall into something that looks custom and expensive. We're talking about maybe $60 in materials for an entire accent wall. Board and batten in the hallway creates visual interest and makes a space feel intentional instead of like an afterthought. Wainscoting in a powder room adds that classic timeless feel that makes guests think you know way more about design than you actually do. The key is committing to the look throughout the room. Don't do a half wall and call it a good day. That looks unfinished and weird, like wearing a tuxedo jacket with swim trunks. Step 3, refresh doors and hardware. Your doors are working harder than you think. They're literally the first thing people see when they enter a room, but they're probably the last thing you think about when decorating. But those builder grade hollow doors with the shiny brass knobs from 1995, they're telling everybody who enters, you've given up on style. Now here's the beautiful thing. A quart of paint costs around $12, and you can make those doors look completely custom. Try painting your interior doors a rich charcoal gray or even a bold navy. Creates definition and makes your trim pop without requiring any actual skill beyond knowing how to hold a paintbrush. And those doorknobs, swap them out for matte black or brushed gold hardware. Same function, completely different impression. Most hardware can be switched out with just a screwdriver in about 10 minutes per door. And for solid wood doors, I prefer staining instead of painting. It brings out the natural grain and adds warmth that makes your home feel more expensive and established. Step number 4, upgrade your rugs and actually get the right size. I know you have missed this one too. Most people do. They buy a cute little rug that looks great in the store and they get home and it looks like a postage stamp floating in the middle of their living room. But your rug should anchor your furniture, not just sit there looking lonely. In your living room, the front legs of your sofa and chair should sit on the rug. This creates a cohesive sitting area that feels intentional and pulled together. A properly sized rug also helps define spaces in open floor plans. Instead of having one giant room that feels like an airplane hangar, you can use rugs to create a living area here, a dining space there, and suddenly your layout makes sense. Don't stress about buying the most expensive rug in the store. A simple rug from a discount retailer can look just as amazing if it's the right size. It's better to have a basic rug that fits properly than an expensive one that's too small. Replace those tragic window treatments. If you have vertical blinds anywhere in your house, I'm staging an intervention right now. Those things make every room look like a corporate office from 1987. Same goes for those mini blinds that sound like a skeleton tap dancing every time you adjust them. Modern roller blinds or simple linen curtains completely change the personality of a room. The trick is hanging them properly. Mount your curtain rod as close to the ceiling as possible and extend it well beyond the window frame. This makes your windows look bigger and your ceilings look higher. But if you're renting and can't make the holes in the walls, tension rods have come a long way. You can get ones that completely look professional and won't damage your walls when you move out. And if you're feeling like, I don't know, bold or something, let's try layers. A simple roller shade for privacy with sheer curtains in front adds depth and sophistication. It's like giving your window a complete outfit instead of just covering them up. And speaking of layers, here's the next step. Step 6. I've talked about this on lots of videos. Layer your lighting like a pro. Most people rely on one overhead light to do all the work. But let's be honest, it gets tired real fast. It's harsh, it's flat, and it doesn't do your space any favors. The real magic happens when you layer your lighting. Think a table lamp on the console, a floor lamp by your reading chair, or maybe some LED strips under the kitchen cabinets. All those light sources at different heights work together to create mood, not brightness. And while you're still at it, ditch those harsh white bulbs. Swap them out for warm LED bulbs. They're energy efficient and they last forever. They're instantly making your space feel more inviting. It's like putting a cozy Instagram filter over your entire room. Want to level up even more? Install dimmer switches. They cost about $15 and they take around 20 minutes to install. The ability to control your lighting throughout the day adds flexibility and gives your home that designer lived-in feel without much effort. And if you're not comfortable with that, make sure you hire an electrician to do that work for you. Step 7. Use mirrors. Mirrors do more than just reflect. They bounce light around, they open up tight spaces, they fix design problems you didn't realize that were there. Place a large mirror across from a window and suddenly your natural light is doing double duty. Put one at the end of a narrow hallway and instantly it feels more open and elegant. A tiny mirror on one big wall just looks lost. A bold, oversized mirror that actually shifts the whole room and feels like it adds presence and style. But Blake, a mirror costs like $200. I know, but have you ever heard of thrift stores or estate sales? That same vintage mirror that costs $200 in a boutique might be hiding in someone's garage for $20. Step number 8. Give your kitchen cabinets a makeover. Full kitchen renovations can cost more than a new car, but painting your cabinets, it's more like the cost of a nice dinner out. If you're still living with those oak honey cabinets from the 1990s, a fresh coat of paint can pull your kitchen straight into the present. White is always a safe bet, but rich tones like forest green, navy, and charcoal add personality and a custom feel. Just make sure the color complements your countertops and backsplash. Next up, hardware. Swapping old cabinet pulls for modern ones is like adding jewelry to an outfit. Choose a finish that matches your faucet or light fixtures, and suddenly everything looks intentional and elevated. And if your backsplash is still rocking early 2000 vibes, peel and stick tiles have come a long way. They're affordable, easy to apply, and a game changer for a weekend update. Just be sure to check reviews because quality really varies. Step number 9, get your furniture proportions right. This is where good rooms become great. You can have a beautiful piece, but if you don't relate it to each other in the size and placement, the whole room feels off. Take your coffee table. It should be about 2/3 the width of your sofa. Any smaller and it looks like it belongs in a dollhouse. Too big and you suddenly are doing an obstacle course just to get across the room. Same goes for side tables. Aim for them to be roughly the same size and height as your sofa arms. Give an inch or so. It's a small detail but creates a visual balance that makes everything feel put together. Now step back. Take a look at your layout. Sometimes just pulling your furniture a few inches away from the walls, angling a chair can make the room feel more open, intentional, and way less like a waiting room. Step 10, paint. Yes, just paint. Paint is hands down the most budget-friendly way to transform a space. And it's not just about walls. Go beyond. Try a soft color on the ceiling to warm things up, or a bold trim to add contrast. An accent wall instantly creates a focal point and gives the room some personality. But please, skip the default beige. Safer isn't always better. Try sage green, warm gray, or rich terracotta. Colors that add mood without overwhelming the space. Now there you have it. 10 ways to upgrade your home that won't require you selling a kidney or hiring a team of contractors. Hit that subscribe button if you like this. Click the link in the description for bonus tips on pulling all these elements together. Drop a comment below and tell me which one of these tips you're going to try. Until next time, I'm Blake from Built by Becker.